Hello everyone, welcome along to another episode of Motortown. You join me here at our new house. A little bit of a story behind that. I had an episode that had an issue that had absolutely no game or voice audio on it whatsoever. Wasn't a very long episode though, it was only about 10 minutes. Basically all I did was purchase this plot for 50,000, buy the house for 15,000, and there's a bed upstairs in it that cost me 2,000. I didn't even bring the bed here during that episode. I'm not sure if I did this Tuscan before the silent episode or not, but we also now have an off-road dory with very big wheels on it, very big excuse me bar in the front, and a 10 centimeter raised suspension all around. But this is the desert house. It's completely empty just now, bar the bed. We will furnish it over time. That's a given. We can't have a completely empty house, but we do have a bed up here so that we can skip time, and of course we can get out onto that balcony as well. Now, the reason we have the dory is because the car, we just can't handle these roads at all. So I bought and built this. It was very cheap. But in today's episode, well, first of all, I'll show you exactly where we are. We're in the very bottom corner of Gappa. So now we have a way of fast travelling down here. The other thing I did was I moved my campy up here. And that is exactly where we're going to do today's episode. So you might notice my two trucks are over here. They're loaded, ready for this episode. We'll start with we'll start with a big one. As you can see, 40 units of fuel in it. They're both going to the same place. So we'll drive one over, come back, grab the other, drive it over, and make an absolute fortune. Now they are only going to the Noxan fuel storage, not far at all. It is only 2 and a bit miles up the road, which is pretty decent. But I found a way, not really found a way, I worked out a way of making a lot of money really quickly, but it does require 2 vehicles. You could do it with one if you wanted to do the route twice, but using 2 vehicles is my personal preferred method. And having the campy makes it better. As for it's a 2-part run as such. The second part of it I tend not to use too because there's no quick way between, unless you get another campy, and I don't know if it's worth that much unless you do it a fair few times to just throw 150,000 up the wall. Even though where we're going there is a campy literally across the road, but it's not one we own. It's the farm that you can buy it from. So how's your guys' weekend going? This is Sunday's episode. I'm recording this on Friday. I recorded the silent one on Thursday, but as I said, I had issues with it, so I'm recording this one today, and I'll get Monday's one done today as well. I had a quick look over the comment section before this video, and we haven't had any new comments at the time of recording, but if you leave a comment in any of the videos since Thursdays, I will get to them on Tuesday's episode. Even if you just want to shout out, feel free to go ahead and do that. I'm happy to go along with that. And I have a plan for tomorrow's episode. I've already got it mostly worked out. I'll be recording that in about an hour's time. I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a really good one, but it requires a good, solid whack of money. More money than I've ever spent during an episode. Up to this point, I believe it might be on par with when I bought this truck, but no, it's going to be more than that because I have to buy several things for it, and do a bit of shuffling around and things like that. But we're not going to sell any of our vehicles, so don't have to worry about that. I do love this this FL1. It's just powerful enough to be useful, but not so powerful that I crash it every 10 seconds, and I put the majority of the miles on this truck myself. And between episodes I did a little, and I mean a little bit of money earning. I think I did one run from Gappa and back. That was pretty much it. And that's what inspired the idea. Those long drives between is plenty of time to think. And think I did, and plan I have conducted. Conducted? That's not a word to use in that sentence. I've come up with a plan, and we'll get to that one in tomorrow's episode. In this episode, this is how to make lots of money very quickly, or reasonably quickly, all without going 100 miles. I think both parts of this run are combined about maybe 10 miles, unless you have to do a return trip. Alright, so now that we're here, I am not going to deliver this. I'm going to park up. I'll just move this over here somewhere, out of the way. Of course, when you're doing this on a server, you might get shouted at for parking vehicles up. I don't know. I haven't played on a server yet. I would like to soon. Possibly in this week coming, I might have a look at one of the public servers and just see what it's all about and make a video about it. But I haven't done it yet. So now that one vehicle's there, we'll grab the other. This needs repaired for some reason. But this is only half full, because, well, that's all it needs to be. And this is going to the exact same place, and you've probably worked out what I have in mind, but it's the second part that some people might not be aware of, and it's the second part that really cements the money in as such. This is another truck. This truck's really good. I really like this truck. Unfortunately, with an NPC, it doesn't make me a massive amount of money. It's one of my less profitable routes. But it has quite a few miles on it as well. Most of them aren't from me. Most of them are an NPC, or a hired driver if you prefer. So how's your guys' weekend been then? I've probably already asked that, but what have you been up to? Done anything interesting or exciting? I still have no idea what I've got planned for this weekend. I've got some furniture being delivered on Monday, so I suspect that a lot of my weekend will be taken up with rearranging the house, getting ready for the new furniture to arrive, and then I get the great fun of building IKEA furniture on Monday, which I'm really not looking forward to. That's also worth mentioning. I'm still having issues with Farmers Dynasty. There's a pretty substantial bug with that game for me just now, and it's cost me my save game file twice. So my next step now is, after doing my recording today, I'm going to reinstall Farmers Dynasty and run a few tests to see if that fixes it, and if it does, I'll try and get the game back up to roughly where I had it in the last episode of Farmer's Dynasty, and carry on from there. But it has mean I've missed a few episodes, which is very upsetting. I've been playing that game an awful lot, but not getting any of the footage out of it as such. I've basically rebuilt the farm 4 times this week, so I'm very quick at it now, so there is that, I suppose. But if the reinstalling it doesn't work, I don't really know what I'll do about that, to be honest. I have submitted a bug report to the developers, but a bug is a bug. There's not really anything I can do about it. I don't run any mods or anything on that game, so I don't know why it's doing it. Here we are, back down at the delivery point. No, NPC can't have it. And what we're going to do is go to contracts and go supply 50 fuel. Contract is signed. And let's drop off the first 10. It's not worth an awful lot, and we'll just pull this over here out the way. No, you can't have it. Stop trying to take it from me. It's mine. And we'll jump in the big one, and watch the money go up. We're at 150,000 just now, and now we're at 250,000. Now let's see, what do we have here? And what I'm looking for is something that ideally has 50 fuel that isn't a million miles away. That's only 6 miles. We could do that one. We could also do that one. That one's much closer. Let's have a look at it by amount. So that one's nice and close. That one's really close, but let's go for the 3 water factory. And we'll load all 40 units into this. And move it back out the way, and we'll jump into our Atlas tanker. I suppose I could just buy the teleport thing for here. Where was it again? It was the 3 water factory with 10 units. Let's load them up. Let's have a look at the contract. Fast travel, we want it for 4 hours, would be fine. Cool. Hopefully that doesn't stop us getting another contract. Is that really the way you want me to go? Is there not a quicker way? I think I'd rather go this way. Well, we got 100,000 for the first run, and I suspect we'll get somewhere similar for the second run. So for really what isn't an awful lot of distance or time to do it, it's 200,000. And well, we're going to need it, basically. But what I'll also potentially do is I'll probably take this tanker off of the hired worker route, or the NPC route, and have it sitting nearby the docks, and do this route periodically, because it's really quick money. even if I just do that first half of it there. I'm going to ignore the sat-nav because I don't believe that's the quickest route to go. Why are we going so slow? Sooner or later it'll realise this way's quicker. Yeah, I think it's like 6.5. It doesn't whether we go this south road or this road, but this road feels more direct to me. This truck also requires some decals on it, so I'll probably do that between episodes as well, and get it looking a bit prettier. I'm just going to do the trucks periodically here and there. So far I've done our FL1 and one of our buses, and of course the cars, all apart from the dory, are already all decaled up and looking all snazzy. The sat-nav wants me to take a left there. I think I'll not do that. I think I'll just carry on this way and cut across straight. I'm surprised I didn't tip there actually. I have a feeling that the big truck will potentially tip, so we might take the south road for it. Or maybe just the road that the sat-nav wants us to go, or the GPS if you prefer. It also occurred to me that I keep referring to our drift car as a Mazda MX-5, which I believe it's more commonly known as a Miata everywhere else in the world. But where I'm from in the UK, the Miata is known as the MX-5, in case you were wondering what the hell I was on about with that. All my company vehicles are in bad condition. We'll deal with that later. Not too worried about that just now. It is possible to take this set of, or this little shortcut at a decent pace if you angle it correctly. Like so. Didn't even have to let off the throttle. So the map says 1.5 miles. The pin marker says a good bit less than that. We could always go off-roading, but maybe not in this because we know how it fares off-road, and I think poorly might be an understatement. But then again, it's not really saving us much distance. It's one of those Jeep police cars that are a bit mental. As you can see, he's nuts. It's like he instantly puts it in drift mode and then aims for the nearest tree. He's actually catching up with me. And in my experience, he's likely to even follow me across here. Have you even seen me do that? I don't know where he is. Our tanker's having a little Shakira moment there. A little jiggle on. We're up to driver level 97 and trucking level 110. I didn't actually know you could get above 100, but there you go. There we are, on site. Turn the truck off. No, you can't have it. Let's see if we can fast travel over here. Or suspect, we can't do that. So I guess we twiddle our thumbs until the police either turn up or go away. I climb that ladder. That seems like a reasonable question. Ha, I can. Not quite, but I kinda can. I could probably just jump straight up there. No, I can't. Oh. Motortown parkour. Maybe I can't get up there at all. There could be a hitbox. Seems like there is. That's the police almost away. Now that we've done our exercise for the day. Let it load in for a second. There we are. Let's jump in the FL1 and do a U-turn. Of course, this truck is heavy because it's full completely of fuel. So it won't be as sprightly as... now that way's quicker. Of course it is. Won't be as sprightly as the other truck. The GPS could make up its mind which way it wants me to go. Going down this way is 4.4 miles, the other way is 4.8. We'll go this way. And it can just figure it out. Luckily we're going downhill. Makes life a little bit easier, but this isn't a trailer that's owned by me, so expecting skipping and tipping like that. Luckily the truck is really stable, so hopefully that keeps the trailer on its wheels for the most part. There we go. Downshifting. This truck is actually surprisingly good off-road if you keep the momentum up. If you come to a stop, you're dead in the water. But if you keep moving, it's pretty decent. As you can see, just sort of uses brute force to get the trailer over the bumps. Hello, Mr. Officer, I was doing nothing illegal. Those are some trees. There we go. Waiting for the camera to pan back around to its default location. So for those of you who are playing this game, how are you getting on with it? What levels are you guys at, and what's your favourite job? What's your least favourite job? And how often do you crash? Oh, I got a fine for being overloaded. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to go this way. 3,000 for being overloaded, that's a bit much. It is what it is. It's the first time I've ever had an overload fine. I guess our bus drivers and truck drivers that are still working away are paying for my fines. I see this this city as the main city. It seems to be the biggest. I don't know what goes on with the trees at that first, but they always despawn and then come back. There's one of my buses there. That's the one I decorated, actually. Looking very snazzy. Ah, the rain. The lovely rain. I'm not sure if this way is any quicker than the way I went with the other truck. You guys can let me know. This way seems slower, in my opinion. I've often found that following the GPS not always the best option. It's kinda right, but also it isn't. There was a little Fiesta in front of me there. It was in my way. Down past the bank that caused me so much pain last weekend. Borrowed a bit of money out of it and then spent what felt like years putting it back. I think I borrowed 280,000 and ended up paying back 350, which is insane. That was a bit noisy. Yeah, we lost all our momentum coming around that corner there. Luckily the rain will stop any second now. It never seems to rain for long. And it was raining right before the start of this episode. I seem to get 2 showers a day. Almost there. There we are. The rain's gone as well. We're 2,800 feet away. Another question I have for you guys is where you're watching, do you prefer it being in miles per hour and miles or kilometers per hour? And I believe it's yards. And let me know what you prefer. I'm happy with either. I might just have it set to sort of like the UK system because it's what I'm used to, but I'm not unfamiliar with the kilometers per hour system either. I just don't know it as well. And it will make our odometer seem much higher as well. And there we are, second truck arriving at the delivery location. Now, just like with the last one, let's see if we can get a contract for 50 fuel. We can indeed. Contract is signed. And we'll start with a big truck this time. So 222 to begin with. Get less money for the actual fuel, I think. Maybe more, not sure. But I paid for the contract at least. Let's... Oh, I just got a Steam achievement for delivering 1,000 cargo. That's something at least. And there we are, up to 334,000. which isn't that shy from 200,000. But that should give us most, if not all, of the money we need for my plans. Stop trying to take my truck. For my plans in tomorrow's episode. It does require a fair bit of seed money, but it should bring in a good amount of money itself. But that's where I'm going to leave it for today, guys. If you have liked this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can, of course, subscribe. And as always, you can join my Discord. The link to the Discord is in the video description. It's a very small server, and I've not had a chance to really do much with it this past week, but over the weekend I'm going to try and do a few bits and pieces, increase a bit of engagement and things like that, and have some conversation started on it, and hopefully you guys can jump on and join in with all that. There's also a good place where you can share me your in-game screenshots and the likes. I also have a channel there specifically so that you guys can show me your pets, because who doesn't love animals? And yeah, I will see you all in tomorrow's episode. Thank you all very kindly for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.